Hello. Okay, I think I am live here. All right. Well, it's been a while since I've done a live video. We've been very busy with our programming and getting through the beginning of the new year and so forth. So we're back, and the real focus for me here with this YouTube channel and the videos that we're gonna continue to put out, the information that we're going to continue to put out. And it is really around developing a coaching business. This is something that, is very important to us, to our students, is that when you are, you develop your certification with nature connected coaching with EBI, you know how to grow a business, you know how to have a successful business as a coach. And so I wanted to take some time to just talk about what that means. Like, what are the elements of that? And really, there's three components to it. And when I started out, I was just really focused on one of them, and that was really the power of nature more than anything else. Because as just being out there, just being out on the land and connecting with nature is in and of itself, that's enough, right? I mean, like, it doesn't need to be more complicated than that. And um, but as I started to dive deeper into working with people and noticing the transformations they go through, then there's other skills that become very important. And then asking the question of, like, well, how do I do this sustainably? Right. I mean, that then in and of itself becomes a whole nother set of skills. So let me share my screen here, and we can start to dig into what these different elements are. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm sharing my screen. So there are three essential skills to a thriving nature connected coaching business. And really, one is that nature connection and personal growth. And, for me, there's really not a big difference between nature connection and personal growth. You are nature, right? So the more that you are tuning into your to the surroundings around you, the more you're going to start to learn about yourself and your patterns and beliefs and so forth. And likewise, the more you tune into yourself and begin to understand yourself, the more aware and connected you are to the world around you. So, some of the essential skills with personal growth and nature connection, there's a lot, but just to kind of again put it into some categories here is really like these concepts of deep listening, different routines and practices, and facilitation skills. Okay, so be thinking about that in your development of nature connected coaching and working with people out on the land in a therapeutic and transformational way. These are pretty essential practices in regards to your nature connection. And with coaching skills, this is like all of a sudden, like I said, like, wow, there's a whole lot more that I need to know here in order to really help people make a change and transform their lives. And really with that is, the skills that, help me become more competent in what I'm doing and confident in what I'm doing, where I really know that it's possible to guide somebody, to help someone make those changes. And the coaching skills are really important. And with all of that is credentialing. Credentialing around the coaching skills really speaks to your authority as someone who is able to help somebody not just gain insights into their life through interactions with nature, but actually integrate those changes, those insights into their life so they can actually start to make long-term sustainable changes. And this is where coaching really shines. A lot of people might think that coaching is about giving advice, but it's really not. It's about pulling out wisdom. And nature is such a wonderful environment to do that in. So a lot, and then continuing on, the skill sets that we need business and entrepreneurial skills. And I mean, that was the big difficult hurdle for me as I was developing myself as a nature connected coach. I didn't have any business skills starting out. I didn't know anything about business or entrepreneurial skills or anything like that. I just wanted to help people. I was a nature person. I wasn't thinking about, the skills of like client acquisition or management of my business even, or how to even think strategically about what I was doing. But it is so essential, and it does not have to be overly complicated or scary or anything like that. But if you want to be successful, you've got to know how to run a coach and build a coaching business. So if we were to combine really like, the first two of these, right? This is like where I feel like my development as a nature connected coach was like starting with that nature connection, seeing the power. I mean, you probably experienced this too. We were like, oh my gosh, that is so powerful. I want others to experience the power of nature, right? So we learn how to start to do that, but then we begin to see that there's more involved in regards to helping that person make a big change in their life. And those are the coaching skills. And when you bring these together, now you're nature connected coaching. All right. But when you've brought now the nature connected coaching skills and the business entrepreneurial skills together, now you're on the track for a successful and thriving career. Okay. So think about where you are with your understanding of these different pieces and see where you need to develop. Okay. And I'm going to help you with that here in just a minute. Okay. So, what I like to do is I like to think of it in kind of a pie chart in a way. All right. So, we've got these different skills, and really the foundational skill inside of each one of these for nature connection, it's observation. Just think about the power of observation, how that helps your clients as you're working with them. With business and entrepreneurial skills, it is about the mindset. It's all about the mindset and the inner game in terms of business and entrepreneurial skills, in terms of strategic thinking and so forth. And then with your coaching skills, it's listening. That's the most important thing. We think it's questions, we think it's direction and so forth. But I'll say that the power of your questions is directly related to the depth of your listening. It's all about the listening. Okay. So just to kind of wrap this up, like I said, I want to invite you to be thinking about where you can improve your set of skills here, where you need to lean in for your own development to move towards that thriving coaching business. All right. Now, some quick action steps that you can take, just some things that you could start to do right now in all three of these. All right. So for personal growth and nature connection, with that foundational skill of observation, just asking yourself, what am I noticing? Okay, is so important. You do that 3 to 7 times a day, and you're going to start to feel a shift. All right. And I really want to invite you to do it. It's really not that hard. This is like something you could do right now, really quick. What am I noticing? And that's internally, externally. But what that does is it kind of pulls you out of your head and thinking and into observation. And that is so key. It's just so essential. And for your business and entrepreneurial skills, mindset, right? And with mindset, we need to have direction. So one way to do that is backwards mapping. I love this. We do this all the time here at EBI. Where do you want to be in a few months from now? 6 months, 3 months, something like that. Where do you want to be with your business, your coaching business, and start to work your way backwards from there, all the way back to where you are today to give you a sense of direction of what your next steps are. And for coaching skills with the foundational skill of listening, as you're listening to people talking, your kids, your partner, your clients, students, whoever that you're engaged with, start to shift your listening to what is it that they want. Start listening for the want behind what it is that they're telling you. Okay. And I'm not talking about like complaining or something like that, but really like be listening for what the deeper want is. What is it that they're really looking for? What is the change that they're really wanting to see happen in their life? See if you can reflect that back or just start to grasp that a little bit. This just tunes you into their listening in a little bit of a deeper way. Okay, well, I hope that this was helpful for you. Again, we're going to keep coming back to, offering more videos and so forth that are about helping you build your coaching business as a nature focused coach, as a successful coach. And we love any questions that you have or any thoughts that you have about this. And I hope this is helpful. Thanks for tuning in.